Kim, what is our second main topic today?
All right, guys, this is coming from Dad Jokes. Did you see the 3-minute Morbius clip that Sony recently put out? It shows the scene where he makes his first transformation. I must say, it looks pretty great. It's funny how violently he kills people in the movie, yet there is little to no blood. Also, do we know who the antagonist in the movie is? I haven't heard anything. Thanks for all you do, and keep on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Dad Jokes. And look, I have unapologetically been very excited for this Morbius movie. I think this movie has so much potential. Jared Leto's an Academy Award winning actor. The guy is just fantastic. And from the trailers, from that first trailer that they put out, I thought this has everything going for it. This feels good. This feels like it's going to have all that atmosphere that I want. Now, granted, it's just a trailer. We've all seen great trailers to terrible movies. I mean, we've seen that all the time, and maybe this will be a terrible movie. But I've had a lot of faith and a lot of belief in this movie for a long time. So then this new 3.5 to 4 minute long clip gets put out of the first transformation of Morbius turning the guy turning into Morbius. This comes to us from the folks over at Hyperbeast that write, ahead of the upcoming Marvel film's release next month, Sony Pictures has now dropped a fresh, exclusive look at Jared Leto's transformation into the living vampire in Morbius. Featured above, the almost 4-minute clip shows Jared Leto's titular character, Dr. Michael Morbius, on the brink of death due to his rare blood disease in the depths of a cargo ship. As he and his doctor test a potential cure he has discovered, Morbius reacts terribly to the substance and transforms into the iconic living vampire, lashing out and killing the ship's guards in the middle of a rampage. And once again, that comes to us from the folks over at Hyperbeast. So look, I went yesterday and I watched me a bunch of this. I'm going to mute this here, but I watched a bunch of this yesterday, and I am telling you what, I stopped, rewound, fast forwarded, and did everything I could to watch this over and over and over and over again. This scene was awesome. If you guys have not watched this yet, you need to get over and just watch it. Let me see if I can get the right freeze frame on here. I'm not sure I can find it. Let me see if I can get there. But the thing is incredible. It looks awesome. It looks fantastic. The violence is visceral. And here's the thing. It is the perfect embodiment of what I am always talking about as far as whether or not a movie needs an R rating. I have told people for a long time that, look, the thing is you can do an awful lot of vicious violence in a PG-13 film, as long as you do a couple of things. Number one, the things being brutally murdered are monsters. The things being brutally murdered are robots. Or... because you go to the Transformers movies, like there are scenes literally where Optimus Prime shoots a sword out of his arm, grabs a Decepticon's head, and drives a sword through its head. But they're robots.
You got the oil looking like blood. I love that.
You got the oil. And the other thing you can do is just don't show blood. If you don't show blood, you can do the most brutal, horrific, awful things. Actually, Venom 2 is a good example of that. Venom 2, there's a scene where Carnage breaks out. He's in the prison, and he starts canceling the subscription to life of a lot of guards. Like in that scene, a lot of guards had their subscription to life canceled. They were brutally murdered, but they were able to do that because they didn't show blood. And in this, if you go and watch this clip, you even see Morbius ripping out a guy's throat. But what do they show? They show the guy just grabbing his throat and going, and then falling over. And then you realize, oh yeah, but I didn't see blood. When you don't see blood, you can do a lot of violence. And there is some beautiful violence in this thing. And I say that as a pacifist. Beautiful violence in this thing that looked awesome. And this is a PG-13 movie. I think this looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I cannot wait. Now again, it's just a clip. This could be a great clip to a very bad movie. I've loved the trailers. Those could just be great trailers to a bad movie. Yes, but I've had belief in this film this whole time. This clip only doubles down my belief in this movie. I cannot wait to see this. Kim, you had a chance to check it out. What did you think about the clip to Morbius?
Oh yeah. I'm so excited for this. And something that I noticed, like right when he is in the little medical room and they're looking for him, something I think that's really cool what they're doing here is you don't see a lot of vampire movies where they're focusing on the vampire transforming from a bat
Yes.
to a vampire. And I noticed when he fell down, he was like almost lightweight, and there was this wing sound, like this flap sound when he fell, and he fell lightly like a bat. And I was like, you know what? These little subtle attention to detail, to the physicality of bat to human, I like that. And I feel like that hasn't really been done before, especially his face. You know, we're used to seeing, you know, the long nails and the fangs, but like his nose kind of does the bat thing. That's like, you don't see that a whole lot. So I love that it's like an animal take on vampire. I mean, of course it is. It's a bat. But I think that's really cool. And the whole scene, I loved it, the energy. I like that the scene is rather dark, something that irritates me in films. And this irritated me about Venom 1 is when it's really, really dark, but then whoever's fighting is also wearing a dark sweatshirt or a dark suit. And it's dark and dark and dark. And this is dark. However, I like the highlights and the tints of the blues. You can really see what's going on. I'm very, very, very excited about this. And in terms of his other question of like who the antagonist could be,
no idea.
I was gonna. Do you have any thought? I mean, Matt Smith. I'm thinking
maybe
he has this
but that
ominous
just tells us what
look,
actor might be playing it, but we still don't actually know who the actual character is.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I haven't wasted 1 second of even thinking about it. I don't care. I really don't care who the antagonist is. I have no. I'm just more than willing. I'm sure it'll show in some upcoming trailer, but right now I'm just like, don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I like as long as whatever the antagonist in the movie is well written, that's all that I care about. So I'm sure we will find it at some point. Now I got to go over and ask Ray this, because Ray,
no, you don't have to.
Oh, I do. I must. Ray, you saw this clip. I mean, what did this clip do anything for you to? Did you think it was ho-hum? Did it get you more excited to see it? Like, how are you feeling about it?
Oh, I feel it's terrifying. It actually looks really horrific what he does to these people. I don't know much about the character, but yeah, it got me more excited for the movie.
I mean, and that's kind of the key thing, right? I mean, I think, go ahead.
I was just like, there's a part of me that says, why did they drop possibly the best scene of the movie? Like, because studios have done that before, and it's been like, let's get as much tickets for this trash movie, you know, or
trash movie,
or they're so confident that, and they feel like the general public doesn't know about this character that much that they want to show what this guy can do. So it could be either way. So I'm still a little bit worried about why they dropped like probably the best scene in the movie.
But here's the question. What if this ain't nowhere near the best scene in the movie?
Which
this
would
is just
be,
the introduction,
that's what
right?
I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
Yeah, it looks great.
I think this thing looks fantastic. And now, look, I know a lot of you guys who are watching have had your doubts about the movie. I get it, but I'm just curious for you guys. What do you think? Did you have a chance to see this clip? If so, what did it do for you? Did it make you more excited for the movie? Was it better than you thought? Did it still not do much for you? Whatever you guys are thinking about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.